Bestie, you want to hear something really scary? It's something people like to call home ownership. Okay, no, but seriously. Owning a home is a lot of work. My house is actually as old as I am, so basically ancient. I love my home, but it came with all sorts of issues. The outside is full of cracks due to earthquakes, plants, etc. All the seals on the windows are cracked, so air gets into the house, making it super cold in the winter and super hot in the summer. The dishwasher doesn't work. It leaves the dishes more dirty than when they were put in, so I have to just hand wash them. But the garbage disposal is also broken. I should really get that fixed, huh? But it's all good. Being an adult is fine. I promise. I'll get around to that stuff eventually. Maybe. Life has too many variables to control, and sometimes one thing can lead to another and cause a huge problem. This is a story about how me, my friend, and my brother were slowly dying in my own home. Stay tuned, because this might be going on inside your home or apartment too. It was the month of April 2021. Good times, am I right, everybody? Spring had finally arrived. The birds were chirping. The flowers were blooming. And the future looked bright. Then things started to get strange. First off, my smoke detector would go off randomly during the day. It happened like 5 different times. It would just go on and then turn off. Next, my roommate started to get ill constantly. She had a cabinet full of meds and different elixirs. I don't really know why, but she was always constantly sick. But during this month, it seemed like every day it was something new. It progressively got worse and worse. She started having a hard time breathing in her room. Anytime she was down there, she would cough a lot. I have a central air conditioning system that uses filters, so she figured it might be the filter. So when she went to inspect it, she found that the filter had turned a deep black. They start out very white, so this was quite concerning. It must have been full of dust and debris. She got a new one and replaced it right away. She seemed to improve a little, so that was great. I learned I need to replace those filters a lot more often. I have 2 cats. They cause a lot of debris to be in the air. Apparently you should change the filter once every 2 months, so I've gotten better at that. Problem solved, right? Changing the filter did not help her in the long run. She got worse and worse each day. Then my brother and I started feeling ill too. We felt dizzy and had horrible headaches. The headaches were so bad, my brother had to call and take days off work just to see if he could recover. I had a hard time even falling asleep at night. It was like I was asleep and awake at the same time. 1 minute I'd be dreaming, next I was awake, then both at the same time. It felt horrible and seemed to get worse as time went on. My head was pounding, it hurt so bad. I figured maybe my friend had the flu and that it just got to us too. There's not much you can do when you live in the same house to avoid something like that. So I figured we'd all be okay eventually. We're just sick, it'll blow over. This lasted for like a week. We all just felt so ill. Then one night I was trying to sleep. The smoke detector? When I first heard the smoke detector, I wasn't alarmed. It's gone off quite a few times since my roommate loves using candles and incense. I got my phone and texted her and asked if she was using them. She wasn't? It's stuck! Okay, what's going on down here? You sure you weren't using candles? I wasn't, I swear. I don't know what's happening. The doors keep expanding down here every time I use the dryer. I can't get out of my room sometimes. It's really strange. The dryer's acting funny, eh? Okay, let's take a look. I'm not seeing any smoke coming from it. Nothing seems off. Maybe something else is going on down here at the same time? The alarm stopped. Fire detector. Okay. It stopped beeping, so it doesn't have a faulty battery. It's also used to detect carbon monoxide, right? Oh, is it? Let's see. I opened up the doors and checked on the water heater and the other equipment in the basement closet. Nothing seemed broken, but I would probably have to call someone to check just to make sure. You mentioned the air filter the other day. You replaced it, right? Yeah, it was super dirty and gross. I grabbed the new filter to check out to see if it might be a clue, since she was still having breathing issues down there. Looks perfectly fine to me. That's a dead end. I could not figure out what was going on, why the fire alarms kept going off, why my friend got sick, why my brother and I started getting sick. All signs pointed back to that dryer. When it's on, everything gets really hot. The doors expand. Maybe it has something to do with the airflow down here. Let's take a second look at that dryer. I turned to face the dryer, and in a second, I knew what was going on. There, right in front of me, was the dryer vent, fully popped off from its place, spewing fumes into the room, dirt and debris sprayed across the wall. As the dryer ran, the vent would pump out its fumes right into the central air unit. The doors expanded because the increase in air in such a small space, and throughout the house, we were slowly breathing it all in. Carbon monoxide can cause quite a bit of harm if you inhale it. Luckily, the only time we were breathing it in was when someone was using the machine, so we got pretty lucky. It made total sense why we were all getting sick, especially my friend who got it the worst. We opened all the windows in the house, turned off the central air, and got some sleep. The repairman came the next morning. He slapped some metal tape on the vent and drilled in some screws and called it a day. I made this video as a warning to get all the dangerous appliances in your home checked. Get your dryer vent cleaned out, replace the smoke detector batteries, get that water heater serviced, wipe down that oily fryer, and clean out those dirty AC vents. Life can be pretty scary sometimes, but I'm grateful there are people out there with skills to fix the issues. Have you ever had an issue in your home? Let me know down in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching.